Hi, Concord here. Today I'm going to look at Elvis Presley's 24 Karat Hits. Before I start my quick review, just quickly, my hi-fi equipment and room acoustics will be different to yours, so it will sound different, and sound is a subjective and a personal thing. Now on to my review. If you're a huge fan of Elvis, this might be the vinyl record you're after. It comes on 3 200-gram vinyl records at 45 RPM. And was released in 2010 to a limited release of 1,000 pressings and has a total of 24 tracks. I've listed the tracks in the description below. This release is done by Analogue Productions and is mastered by George Marino at Sterling Sound from the original masters. And George has done an amazing job. Far out. Wow, I'm impressed. It comes with a one-page sheet with the track listing, and the other side has information from Bill Porter, who worked with Elvis on some of his recordings. This write-up is very informative. For example, Elvis' songs Crying in the Chapel was recorded in October 1960 at around 5 a.m, but was held back and wasn't released until 1965. When released, it went to number 3 on the charts. Okay, the sound on this album. Now, I do like quite a few Elvis Presley songs. And before I went into this, I'll be honest. Before I listened to this album, my preconceived opinions of mono was that the quality was terrible and it sounded like an old AM radio station. Well, I couldn't have been more wrong. The first song on the LP, Heartbreak Hotel, I was like, okay, but this is where things changed, and from there it got better. Then the next song came on, Love Me. I'm happy to report I was happily surprised. Even though it was in mono, it sounded great. Yes, it didn't have stereo imaging, but it came through so quiet. And what I mean by quiet, no hissing or anything, just a clean recording of Elvis. To my surprise, it still had a slight atmosphere to it. My foot was tapping and it sounded great. Then I was on to the second LP. From here, it's all in stereo recordings. My foot was tapping and all the recordings sounded great. All nicely balanced, nothing fighting for a front seat. The second LP finishes with Return to Sender, and I love that song. Then on to the third LP. By this stage, I'm having a blast, and I'm turning up my stereo a little more. I'm surprised at how much pop this record has. The third LP finishes with Suspicious Mind, and by the end of this album, I was very happy. So, in conclusion, it's probably one of the best sounding Elvis Presley vinyl records you can get. Now, you can still buy this record, and I won't lie, it is a little expensive now. However, if you have this, or if you've heard this version, or you've heard other versions, and you think differently about the audio quality, comment below, and please keep the comments constructive and friendly. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I hope you like this quick review, and if you'd like to see more, like and subscribe, and thanks again for watching.